Kashmiri indigenous militancy with the non-violence, the Kashmiri political leadership is with the non-violence, and more importantly, the people of Kashmir, they are with non-violence. So today the movement in Kashmir is non-violent, 100%, not 99.9%, 100%. That's why Arundhati Roy said, now India may create its own insurgency because India has nothing to sell at the international scene. There was a lady there. Saad is the organizer. He said this is going to be the last question.
Okay, my name is Syed, and I just wanted to mention that Kashmir is a prolific geographical area in South Asia, and it's capable of, creating successful economic strength. I wanted to know how you think economic strength will help Kashmir gain its independence, and what are how we can overcome the trade barriers that are suppressing growth.
If Kashmir becomes independent, do you know Neel Kashmari? He is known as $700 billion man. You know the person who was appointed by President Bush to be in charge of $700 billion. He is still there, but he has not that portfolio. He is a Kashmiri. And I do not know how many brothers and sisters, they will get angry with me, but I will mention it. Salman Rushdie, he wrote 2 articles in New York Times, not in any paper, New York Times, that the people of Kashmir, they deserve their birthright, which is self-determination. So that's an intellectual property. But let me give a survey, not a survey, it's a report of international tourism, not terrorism, international tourism. The latest figures, 2005, international tourism 2005. It is really very interesting. The total revenue of international tourism of India in 2005 reporting of 2004 was $1.3 billion. Not much. By the way, last year it was 8 billion, but I'm talking about 2005 reporting, but reporting about 2004, $1.3 billion. And the revenue of international tourism of Singapore, $8.3 billion. Kashmir is 100 times bigger than Singapore in terms of area, and 1,000 times more beautiful than Singapore. If Singapore can really attract $8 billion, Victoria is going to tell you, just one industry, I'm not talking about this the whole of it, just one industry, tourism, it can generate billions and billions of dollars. If our road to Pakistan or Muzaffarabad is going to be open during winter, just our apple industry, I'm not talking about the fruit industry, we have a fruit industry, I'm talking about just one single item, apple, it can generate billions of dollars. And the silk and saffron and forestry and others. So we will not really starve about that. But one thing, because as Saad said, this is going to be the last question, I will tell you one thing. The people of Kashmir, the Kashmiri Americans, we are really fortunate. We have a really just cause, not because I am saying it. Because whenever I have personally met with more than 1,000 ambassadors, more than 1,000 ambassadors. If there is a person here, he will say, he's telling a lie. There are only 193 countries. Yes, there are only 193 countries. But I met them in Washington. I met them in New York. I met them in Geneva and Vienna. And I met them again and again. They also keep changing. They really told me, most of them, we are a very tiny countries. I had a delegation of 13 member parliaments of Britain, House of Commons, 13 of them. It was led by Lord Eric Irvine, the member of House of Lords. They came on my invitation to Washington, D.C. They met with the Secretary General of the United Nations. That time it was British, Egyptian, Butrus Ghali. But in Washington they told me, fine, whenever you will invite us, we will come. But what is important is United States. Let the United States take the stage. So these ambassadors, they told me we are small and tiny countries. But they never told me that you have no cause. Honest to God, they never told me that you have no cause. So that's why I want to tell you that there was a survey that was conducted not by some Kashmiri Americans, it was conducted by Hindustan Times. And it was also conducted by CNN IBM. CNN has a counterpart in India. It is known as IBM. So Hindustan Times, CNN, IBM. It was conducted August 12th of 2007. And they said 87%. You can quote me because I am quoting Hindustan Times. You can quote me because I am quoting CNN, IBM. They said 87% of the people of Kashmir, they want Azadi. Azadi means two things. It means independence, but it also means freedom from occupation. But what is very important, this was the survey, August 12, 2007. What is very interesting for those people, particularly friends of Kashmir who are not Kashmiri Americans, the people of Kashmir, they are not really lost hope. You just saw Martin Luther King, keep hope alive. Because there was another survey that was conducted by Monthly Outlook of India. And that was conducted on November 5th of 2004, 3 years before this Hindustan Times survey. According to that survey, 78%, they want Azadi or freedom from occupation, and 2007, 87%. And I am telling you, if you are going to have a survey today, it will be more than 90%. So the sentiments of the people of Kashmir, regarding Azadi, as I told you, Azadi means independence, it also means freedom from occupation. The sentiments of Azadi, they are alive. But they are doing whatever they can do. We have to do whatever we can do. I will talk to Rafiq Saab, inshallah, after this. We really need, that was a beautiful thing, although we did not really get that many signatures. But inshallah, if together, and together does not mean Rafiq Saab and me, together means all of us. If we can really work on that, then I am sure that White House has no choice. But as I told you, they are really talking to India, but they are talking silently. We want them to talk publicly, and finally, when Kashmir issue is going to be resolved, it is definitely going to bring peace to Kashmir. But more importantly, it is going to bring peace to the whole region of South Asia, that is India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.